with the legs out in front of you. You're gonna lift your knees, place your feet on the ground, try to aim your toes pointing forward just to start to send some awareness towards your feet. And then you're gonna take your hands and you're gonna touch your booty. So we're gonna move the fleshy part of the buttocks to the side so that you can feel this grounding down through your sits bones. And if you don't feel it, that's okay. Just it'll be kind of to each his own. Moving the buttocks just so you feel grounded. So we have our feet grounded and then we have the sits bones grounded. And then just notice if the knees are coming in or out. See if you can align knees with ankles. So you have two slides going down. Awesome. So we have a swift practice today. Swift as in not long. So we're going to jump right in with the breath. Bring your hands to your hamstrings, just behind the backs of the thighs here. You're going to keep your feet rooted, loop your shoulders, start to lift your heart up. Now, there's the likely chance that you've picked this video because you're experiencing some tension or some tightness in the lower back or hips. So see if you can send awareness and breath, whatever that means to you, right down to that lower back right away here as you breathe in and breathe out. Then in your next breath in, sit up a little taller, breathe in, and then breathe out. You're gonna slowly send your heart forward, chest forward. You're gonna drape over the tops of your thighs. Now you might clasp opposite elbow here. Notice if the knees are wanting to come in or out. See if you can keep these two nice straight lines from the knees to the ankles, toes pointing forward. And then, yep, you guessed it, some of you are probably already there. You're gonna relax the weight of the head over and still continue with the breath. Should feel really good. Notice where you might be holding or clenching in the neck, the traps, the shoulder area, the skin on the forehead, the jaw. Keep awareness in the toes, so keep that connection of the sits bones and your feet, just kind of grounding you into the moment. Take a moment to close your eyes here. Just feel the power of your breath, that wave. Notice how it can stretch as you breathe in and soften as you breathe out. And again, if you haven't already, go ahead and close your eyes just for a moment here. Go inward. I love this shape. Doesn't always have to be a fancy yoga pose. Just uniting breath and body. Sweet. Take one more deep breath in your own private little love cave here. Nice. Now release the hands. Press the palms firmly into the earth. Stay connected to everything that is touching the ground here, your foundation. As you tuck the chin, start to lean back, way back, and slowly roll it up. Awesome. Take a deep breath in here, head over heart, heart over pelvis. And then as you exhale, hands are gonna come to behind the thighs. You're gonna lift the toes up, dig into the heels. And if you're experiencing any pain or discomfort in the lower back, you're just gonna stay here. If you're here for more of the release and preventative care, then you're gonna lean back and lift the shins and toes up parallel to the ceiling, just connecting to a little core stability here. So we're here or we're here and we're breathing deep, jumping right in. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me and with the Yoga with Adriene community. You made a great choice. Take one more breath, you got it. Awesome, then we're gonna slowly release, feet back to the ground. And you're gonna send the left leg out long. You're gonna hug the right knee in, squeeze as you send your sternum up towards the sky. Flex your left toes, take a deep breath in. And then on an exhale, you're gonna slowly bring your right hand behind you, and you're not gonna twist to look back, you're just gonna twist to look to the right. So the right side of your mat, not all the way back. Just gentle and easy here. Big breath, squeeze and lift. Great, then you're gonna come back to center. We're gonna bring the right knee out this time. And then we're gonna lift the right fingertips all the way up towards the sky. Left fingertips brace behind you. Then you're gonna think up and over as you reach the left fingertips to either grab the right fingertips to grab the outer edge of your left foot or your left shin or your left thigh. So you could be here, here, or here. Now actively draw the top of the right thigh, that meaty quad muscle and your thigh bone, the femur, down towards the earth as you inhale, lift your chest. Lots of awareness, 100% full body awareness. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, you're gonna release your hand, and then we're just gonna take the hands to the earth, the shin, or the foot, and you're gonna come all the way flat, belly towards the thigh. Just intention, you don't have to come all the way flat. Head to knee pose, take one more breath here, a big cycle of breath in and out. Breathing into that lower back body, and then slowly release. Don't push anything, just let it kind of be where it's at today. And you're gonna guide the right knee all the way up, and then we'll just do switcheroo. So send the right leg down. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm on a little bit of a cold medicine, okay? Just gotta keep it real. Right leg goes out, left leg comes in. Nothing better than a little at-home yoga to tend to the body, so I'm all good, don't worry. Not that you were worried. Squeeze and lift. So find this foundation first. Nice and tall. Hug that left knee in. And then again, we're not going all the way back today. We're just going to the left. So you'll bring the left fingertips behind. This is to help us resist the urge of cranking all the way back. Creating stability and finding length today. Big breath here. Breathe into your belly. Nice, and then slowly we'll come back to center. We're gonna open the left knee out. Beautiful, then left fingertips reach up, got it right this time. Right fingertips come back to anchor you. And then you're gonna think up and over as you reach towards the outer edge of the right thigh, outer edge of the right shin, or all the way over to the outer edge of that right foot. And you're of course gonna feel that great, long, lengthy release in the lower back body. And you know what makes it even better? You bringing conscious breath to the partay. So soften your gaze, breathe deep. Let your left thigh bone, left quad get really heavy here, so we're actively drawing down as we lift and lengthen over the right leg. Awesome. Then slowly release. Frame your right leg with your hands, and then you'll decide what feels best here. Maybe grabbing the shin, maybe one day the foot, maybe you're just here. Baby steps. And we'll slowly fall into our version of head to knee pose, Janu Sirsasana. Hey, buddy. Breathing deep. Then slowly press into your foundation to roll up, and look what Benji did. He loves to sit on top of people or on top of things. You think you're a lap dog. Okay, from here, we're gonna pull the right foot in to meet the left, Baddha Konasana, but we're gonna give ourselves a lot of space today. So if you're used to kind of zipping up to the center line, awesome for you, my loves, but we're gonna give ourselves a little space. You're gonna create a diamond shape by bringing the heels out. Then hands are gonna hold onto the shins or the ankles. So shins, if you seem to be rounding forward, if you have that length already here, then you can go ahead and go for the ankles and find a little rotation in the pelvis. Okay, inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, bend the elbows. You're just gonna slowly shift forward so that you're looking just beyond the toes, maybe looking into a pond, seeing your reflection, and then we'll come all the way back up. And then back again, navel draws in and up, create space, coming forward, bend the elbows, and then come back up. And then this is the last time, and we're gonna hold there. And you might find that the option is available to allow the elbows to press the tops of the thighs out a little bit and maybe open the toes. So we're breathing deep. Tops of the thighs actively anchoring down. Ooh, yeah. This is a good one. Tuck the chin a little bit here, find length. Nice. And then release. Bring the hands to the outer edges of the thighs or knees. You're going to bring the knees together and then we're going to send the legs out long. If the legs are a bit tight, lower back hamstrings a bit tight, just go ahead and keep a nice, generous bend in the knees by digging into the heels. If you're able to straighten the legs, let's go ahead and send the toes up towards the sky and keep nice and active in the toes. Check it out. Left fingertips are going to go back. You're going to slowly reach all the way up and over. Touch your right toes. Then come all the way back up. Left fingertips, I did it again. Right fingertips are going to go back. Think up and over. Touch your left toes. Again, you can bend the knees here for this flow. Inhale to reach up and over. It's like you're swimming here, big stroke. And then come back. And then all the way up and over. And you're going to keep doing this and see if you can find a nice breath to sync up with. And this is definitely one where I'd like to remind you to not worry about what it looks like, but how it feels. Explore the sensations as you move with your breath. We'll go ahead and even it out. And then the next time you're in your forward fold with the knees bent or with the legs straight with a micro bend, you're going to go ahead and hang out there in Paschimottanasana. I love to bend my knees in Paschimottanasana. When I was younger, I would really try to get that peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but I think I was straining my muscles a bit more than now I know that I would have wanted it. Whoever's doing the captions on this video, good luck with that one. No, just kidding. Basically, bend your knees. Because we're not just trying to get loose hamstrings. It's all connected, right? It's all tied into one moving part. So we want to integrate. I'll stop talking for a second and allow you to listen to the sound of your breath as you allow the weight of the head to relax. And then take one more breath in your private, beautiful, therapeutic love cave. And then slowly grounding through your foundation to tuck the chin and roll it all the way up. Okay, so how you get here will be a little bit different for everyone, but I'm going to guide you to bend both knees and bring the feet flat to the earth. Okay, so we're in this bit of an awkward pose to start, but we're gonna use our fingertips. We're gonna turn the toes out. This is very important. Turn your toes out, bring your fingertips behind you. Then here we go, lift it from your pelvic floor, connect to your core, and you're gonna slowly come forward into a froggy pose. Knees are gonna trace the toes. Big hip opener here. Find soft, easy movement here. Notice if you got a little frustrated there, that's okay. That's why we're here, to create space, one lovely at-home yoga practice at a time. It's all good. So create a little movement here. You can stay in the froggy pose, or you might widen your feet just a bit more, drop your heels back, and come into this low yogi squat. A little malasana variation. So you know your body best, you're the expert, so you can stay in the froggy or come here. Big, full, deep breaths, no matter what variation you're choosing. Again, try to think of the body as one moving part. It's kind of why I've selected this little dance today, so that we're not just kind of going isolating hip stretch, isolating back stretch. Even though this is really great for the lower body. All of it. Take one more breath. Maybe lean back wherever you are. And sit up nice and tall. Yes. And then release. We're going to lift the heels if you're in the squat. You're going to walk the toes back in. Knees are going to go forward, toes forward. Come to the center of your mat. And again, if you're feeling sluggish today, just remember this time is so awesome. You get to like kick your shoes off and do yoga, right? You're not at work yet. Okay. And then from here, Toes pointing forward, fingertips on the earth to support us. We're gonna slowly drop the head down, drop the heels, and send the hips up high so you're in a standing forward fold. Allow the blood to flush to the head. You can clasp the elbows, rock a little side to side. Now you have gravity working for you here, so you might be able to straighten the legs just a bit more, but careful not to lock them. And then really, take this time to release. Have you been holding on to or carrying around something heavy that needs to be shed? No matter how big or how small, can you take a really conscious moment here to let go, choose to release something that maybe is just no longer needed? Maybe that's just tension in the neck and shoulders or tightness in the hips. That's where we store it all anyway. Oh yeah. If the arms are clasped, go ahead and release the hands down. Now you're gonna walk your feet as wide as your yoga mat. Once again, turn the toes out. Inhale, use your fingertips on the ground, and exhale to support you. Exhale, slowly drop your center back down into your froggy or into your yogi squat. Take a deep breath in here, smile, life is good. Then exhale, you're gonna bring the fingertips behind you. We're gonna come all the way back to sitting, seated. Awesome, send the legs out long, sit up nice and tall. Beautiful, Dandasana. Toes up towards the sky, breathing deep. Close your eyes, center. Nice, then press into your hands, dig into your heels. You're gonna lift your hips up, send them towards the front of your mat and come all the way to your back. When you get there, take a deep breath in, the deepest breath you've taken all day. And as you exhale, hug your navel into your spine and hug the knees up towards the chest. That's right, find what feels good here. Give yourself a big hug, roll around one way and then the other. Let any sounds or gestures that want to come out of the body, let them come out. Sigh of relief or release. Great, then you're gonna lower your left foot to the ground and you're gonna cross your right leg over your left leg. Now check it out, use the hands to press into the earth. You're gonna shift your hips over towards the right side of your mat and then slowly just allow your legs to fall towards the left side of your mat. Now, if you're experiencing any stress or tension in the lower back, you're gonna skip this and you're gonna come into maybe a more gentler twist, maybe an easy recline twist, knees just stacked right on top of each other. Otherwise, we're in the Garudasana legs-ish, eagle legs, breathing deep, soft fingertips. Send your breath downward. And then anchor through your foundation to come all the way back up. Right foot comes to the earth as you recenter the spine, and then left leg's gonna cross over. We're gonna use our foundation to lift the hips up, press down through the earth, lift the hips up, send the hips to the left side of the mat, and then let this just fall easy to the right, no pushing or forcing. And we're breathing into the belly. You can close your eyes on this one. And then slowly press into your foundation to come all the way back up to center. Take your hands, bring them to your kneecaps. You might have to peek at me for this one. We're gonna stabilize a little bit, neutralize the spine by bringing the palms to the knees. You're gonna scoop the tailbone up first so that it's nice and flush with the mat. This should feel yummy and it requires you to be active. So you're gonna scoop the tailbone up, draw the navel down so there's no space between. Breathe deep here, try to soften through your feet. And then if this just feels amazing, you're just gonna stay here. Otherwise, we're gonna release and now slowly allow the pelvis to tilt, the lower back to lift up, just the opposite of what we're doing. And again, you'll know if it's right for you to stay with your lower back flush with the mat. And If you do take the tilt, you might come right onto that SI joint, right onto the sacrum. Nice and easy. Soft in the feet, soft in the jaw. Great, and then nice and slow, scoop the tailbone up, hug the knees into the chest. Nice work. You're gonna reach around. We're gonna end with a happy baby. So you're gonna grab the outer edges of the feet or the inner arches. I'll let yogi's choice rule here. And then you're gonna kick one leg up, then the other, soles of the feet actively kicking towards the sky. And now actively reach your tailbone towards the front edge of your mat, trying to lift up the lower back here. Breathe deep. If you want to find some soft, easy movement here, please do. One more big breath in and out. And then we'll release. Awesome. Feet come to the ground. You're going to windshield wiper the legs one way and then the other to extend the legs all the way out. Great. Bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. We'll take a final breath here to just allow the nutrients of our practice to settle in. Go ahead and close your eyes when you land here. Feel the warmth of your hands. Inhale lots of love in. And exhale lots of love out. Nice work today. Go ahead and leave behind anything that's not working for you, not serving you. You can just leave it on the yoga mat. It'll evaporate and transform into something new for someone. So just a little opportunity to release and leave behind whatever wasn't working so that you can plant new seeds, find new joy, and rock your best self. I wanna rock with you all night. Go ahead and bring your palms together. Tap into a little inner smile. Take a deep breath in. And we finish by quietly whispering, Namaste. We're going to start flat on our backs today, using the support of the earth to tend to the lower back. I just love all poses on the back because it reminds me that we are supported. So if you want to go there with me, if you want to go, oh, never mind, can't sing that. Explicit lyrics. If you want to go there with me, you can just kind of take a deep breath in and already just feel relief from the idea that we are supported by the mat, by the earth, by this moment. Feel like a little bit of consciousness goes a long way. So take a deep breath in. Long exhale out. Then slowly we're going to wrap the arms around the shins. Might interlace the fingertips here. And nice and slow, we'll let the knees come in towards the heart. So if the lower back is already starting to talk to you, you have a couple options. Palms can come to the knees, this is great. Or again, we can interlace. Now, rather than hardcore squeezing, just breathe here. Relax the shoulders down, let the weight of the elbows drop. And we have two options. We're gonna rock a little side to side, just kind of massaging the lower back, not squeezing like I do normally in Hatha Yoga, but just kind of letting the space be. So I have an option here, or I have the option to draw circles with the palms. So just take a second here on your own, because everyone's different. It's so hard to do yoga for this and yoga for that because everyone's different. Everyone's experiencing different sensations. So just try to honor that, and I'll encourage you to listen to your body, be gentle, and of course modify up, modify down as needed. So what we're doing is drawing circles with the palms on the knees one way and then the other, or where fingertips interlace, going left to right. You might even linger on one side if that feels good. And then close your eyes, look away from the video, And just take a second to feel both these things out, to check in with the lower back. Make sure you're breathing deep. Awesome. Then when you feel satisfied, slowly we'll release the soles of the feet to the mat, and we'll inhale, reach the fingertips all the way up and overhead. Nice and easy. We're going to just rock the pelvis here. So I'm going to rock the pelvis so that the lower back becomes kind of a rainbow over my mat. So if I wanted, I could slip my hand underneath there. And then I'm just going to rock the pelvis here. Get sassy. So nice and easy. We can bend the elbows as I tuck the pelvis. And then exhale, tailbone down. Navel stretches long, belly stretches long. And then we switch. Doesn't even matter what you're inhaling on and what you're exhaling on. Just breathe deep. And I'm sure this is going to look great on the video, but we're just kind of coming into almost a little sensual pelvic rock here. But it's awesome because we're massaging the top of the buttocks here, and we're just loosening up, finding a little soothing movement for that lower back. Staying grounded to the soles of the feet. Just do a couple more. Stretching the belly long as the lower back lifts up. And then maybe drawing the navel down as we lengthen through the tailbone. Lower back flush with the mat. Do a couple more on your own. It's like a baby bridge. Baby Setu Bandhasana experience. Cool. When you feel satisfied with that, I got a little zen out there. When you feel satisfied, we're going to lift the knees back up and we're going to cross the ankles. And we have an option here. If you're really tending to lower back relief, skip this. Rock to one side and come sit up. If your lower back feels tight and you feel like this might be good, join me in a little rock and roll up. So I'm going to grab the outer edges of the feet. I'm going to begin to rock a little front to back. If it feels like that's yummy, do it a couple times. Massaging the spine. Remember, it's all connected. This is a great way to just kind of relieve tension and stretch and soothe the spine. Now, if you're a little more sensitive today, again, we're all different, approaching this different, then just skip that move and come to cross-legged position, which is where we will all meet. I have a blanket here, conveniently. I'm going to lift my hips up on. You can use a towel or blanket or nothing at all as we come to cross-legged and bring the palms to the knees here. Nice and easy breezy. We inhale, press the palms into the knees, extend through the crown of the head, lift your heart, chest open. Then on an exhale, chin to chest, navel draws back towards the spine. We come into what I call Mr. Burns pose here, rounding forward. Breathe. Breathe into the back. And then inhale, extend, tagging a little weight in the elbows here. Open the chest, the heart. And exhale, same thing, chin to chest, rounding forward. Go ahead and catch the weight in the palms. And take a couple breaths here. Stretching the skin of the back. The breath can be so healing, so take some nice, long, smooth, deep breaths here. And then slowly we'll rock all the way back up and come to all fours. Nice and slow. Take it easy. Honor the body. Enjoy this practice, this time. So we're going to come to all fours. If you want, you can sneak in a gentle cat-cow here. Then we're going to take the right leg and lift it gently all the way up into a lunge. Now again, if the lower back is tight, breathe deep. If the lower back is tweaking, you might save this. I mean, I just don't want anyone with lower back pain to do anything that they don't want to do. So just listen to your body and breathe. I'm going to heel toe my right foot out a little bit wider than I would normally in a runner's lunge. You might even turn the right toes out slightly. And we're going to bring both palms in towards the center line. Now I'm going to curl my left toes under, walk my left knee back, and slowly sink into the hip. So what I'm doing is, this might seem a little counterintuitive, but I'm stretching the front of that left hip crease, the psoas here that wraps literally from here to here, which often causes some crap in the lower back. So we're finding a nice opening in the front of that hip crease. We have the palms here to support us. If you have a block or a book, and this is just too much for you, you can lift the earth up to you, baby. Yeah. Or fingertips is always good. Now breathe. Finding what feels good. Again, we're focusing on deep breaths and opening the front of that left hip crease, the psoas. If it feels right, you might lift that knee for a pulse or two. But if we're super tight, then that might not be an option, and you might stay up nice and lifted. Couple more breaths here. Smile, relax the skin of the face. We got this. Then to come out, we'll come onto the fingertips. Send the sit bones back for a little stability as we walk that right heel in. And then we're just going to take it for a nice little counter pose here. Right heel stays in the earth as we relax the weight of the head over, pulling the right hip crease back. This doesn't have to be a deep stretch, guys. In fact, if we're tending to the lower back, we should keep it nice and spacious, nice and easy. So one breath here with the weight of the head over. Remember, it's all connected. Cool. Then we'll rock back onto that right foot, come to all fours. And nice and easy, gingerly switch to the other side. Cool. So I'm going to heel toe the left foot out now. Both palms come in towards the center line. Take it nice and slow, find integrity. And then I will curl the right toes under, walk that right knee back, and check out what it's like on the other side. So again, I'm focusing on the psoas muscle, or we can just kind of bring your awareness to the front of that right hip crease. Stretching it nice and long, using the breath to breathe here. Might lift that back knee. Again, as we said before, we might lift the earth to us. If it's really tight, that might be why your lower back is hurting. So opening up through the front body a little bit to provide relief and space for the lower back. Ding. Okay, one more nice, long, smooth, deep breath here. And then we come out. Nice and easy, lifting the sit bones back. Walk the left heel in towards the center line and release over. Again, we're not sinking all the way back. This isn't power yoga. We're just checking in. So keep a nice, spacious vibe going on here. Weight of the head comes over. We breathe. And then we roll through the left foot. We use the fingertips for stability, and this time we're going to step that right foot all the way up to the left for a forward fold. Now, rule of the game here is please, 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 my friends, keep your knees bent. Bend those knees, keep them soft. They can be super bent generously. Then I'm going to take my hands to the belly, draw the belly in just slightly, and let the weight of the head hang over gently. Oh yeah, baby. Release the fingertips. If you have a block, you can kind of rest it here, or a book. This is not about the palms touching the earth. They can go wherever they need. This is about feeling grounded through the soles of the feet and then finding spaciousness in the lower back. So we breathe here. We use the exhale to let go. We find a little weight in the sit bones. And we use that inhale to maybe really feel expansion in the lower back. The exhale to ground down, find stability. You can grab the elbows here if you like. Let's take one more nice, long, deep breath in. And then we let it all go. To come out of this forward fold today, we release the palms or the fingertips to the mat by bending the knees generously. And then slowly, nothing fancy here, come back to all fours. Cool. Cross the ankles, nice and easy. We walk it back through. Texas. And come back to the back for our final posture for the lower back. Yay. Hug the knees into the chest. Feel that space. Yeah. Starting to feel better. Starting to feel good. And then we'll send the fingertips left to right. You know, I like to call this Texas T. And we'll scoop the tailbone up, draw the knees up towards the heart. And then this is not about forcing. This is about, again, gentle, finding ease, creating space in the lower back. So I'll gently melt the knees towards the right side. And rather than keeping the knees actively hugging up towards the heart like we normally do, give yourself a little more space. So again, rather than drawing the knees all the way up here, these, I'm letting myself have a little more spaciousness, a little more just ease. So I breathe here. I can take that left palm, of course, guide it a little deeper into the posture. I'm breathing now again into that psoas, lower back, outer edge of the hip. Yummy. So I'm encouraging us to start here as a way of just, again, moving with ease, but you can, of course, hug the knees up and play with anything in between. A couple more breaths here. You might turn to rock onto the right ear. And then on an exhale, nice and easy breezy, melt it back through center. Itch your nose if you have an itch, and then send it to the other side. Here we go. Again, I'm giving myself a little more space, using the right palm to guide it a little deeper. I'm not anchoring anything. I'm just kind of letting gravity do its job. Nice, long, smooth, deep breaths. Turning onto the left ear if that feels good. Softening through the face, and again, we breathe. Cool. Gently making your way back to center. You can end with a nice flat back, full on body stretch, or, so ask yourself what feels better, open, or we'll turn over onto our bellies and come into a child's pose. Belly comes to the top of the thighs as we release here. This is so great for lower back. You can do this in your bed, find a little gentle rock. If you need even more space, you can bring the knees about hip width apart and hang out here. Sometimes even fingertips between. It's nice. And you wonder why they call this the child's pose. So I say find a nice, yummy place to end for you here now, and enjoy. Cross-legged position. You can stay here or join me for full body circles, first moving towards the right. As we move through our practice, I invite you to be fully present with your discomfort, with your body, with your emotions, your thoughts, your breath. Now switch directions. At your own pace, bring your arms behind you and uncross your legs. Bring your ankles a little more than hip width apart or however feels comfortable to you, and windshield wipe your knees left to right. This will warm up our hips for some of the deeper stretches we'll be doing shortly. I invite you to bring your right knee in, keeping your left leg extended. You can stay here or reach towards your left foot, trying to touch your forehead to your knee. When you're ready, repeat on the other side. Gently rise and bring the soles of your feet together. You can keep them far in front of you to make a diamond shape, or you can bring them closer for butterfly.
staying upright or folding forward for a deeper stretch. Release your stretch and gently make your way onto all fours. Feel free to explore here, maybe doing some standard cat-cow breaths, finding child's pose, or joining me for some intuitive body circles, moving with your breath. And if you're doing circles, go ahead and switch directions. Return to a neutral tabletop position. Extend your left leg out to the side, continuing to make circular movements through your hips. When you're ready, move in the other direction. When you're done, you can gently lean down to stretch your left leg. We're going to enter half frog pose now. Lower down to the earth, right leg stays straight, left leg stays bent, forming a 90-degree angle. When you're ready, gently lift and bring your left leg around the front for pigeon pose. You can stay seated upright or lower onto your forearms or forehead. At your own pace, gently release your pose and return to tabletop position. This time, extend your right leg out to the side. Begin making large circles. And switch directions. When you're finished, you can gently lean down to stretch your right leg. Make your way into half frog pose on your right leg this time. You can rest on your forearms or rest your head on your arms. Gently rise and make your way into pigeon pose, whichever variation feels good to you. Slowly release your right leg, lower onto your forearms, and widen your knees for full frog pose, keeping your calves parallel to each other. You can rest on your forearms, or for a deeper stretch, you can lower your head to your mat. And as we rest in this pose, I invite you to take deep, slow breaths. You can stay right here, or you can bring the soles of your feet together and slowly walk your hands toward your hips, lifting your torso. When you're ready, make your way back onto all fours, bring your knees together, walk your hands slightly forward. Begin rocking left and right, stretching your outer hips. In whatever way feels good to you, gently make your way onto your back with your knees bent. You're welcome to stay here for the remainder of the class, or you can join me for a few more stretches. Keep your right leg bent and cross your left ankle over your right knee. You can stay here or lift your right leg and interlace your fingers behind your thigh, pulling gently toward your chest. Release your legs. Pull your left leg up toward the outside of your chest. And release. This time, left leg stays bent, right ankle crosses over your left knee. Again, you can stay here or lift your left leg and interlace your fingers under your knee and pull. Release your legs and pull your right knee up toward the outside of your chest. Release your legs, and when you're ready, bring the soles of your feet together for reclined butterfly. At your own pace, release your pose, and keeping knees bent, plant the soles of your feet about mat width apart for one more round of windshield wipers. Tucking your knees to your chest and making large circles, give yourself a gentle back massage. Switch directions. You can stay here with your knees tucked to your chest or join me for Happy Baby, grabbing the soles of your feet. Maybe you find a little movement here, or maybe you find stillness. You can stay in Happy Baby or bring the soles of your feet together. And when you're ready, release into Savasana, relaxing your whole body. Eyes open or closed, take inventory of how your body is feeling after this practice, how your mind is feeling. I invite you to rest in Savasana for however long you'd like. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.